You could be up there. All right, now who can forget, moving to something a little more serious here, the tragic story of the James Kim family, a husband and father of two who died trying to find rescue for the family when they were stuck snowbound in southern Oregon just a little over a year ago. Most people think they'll never become lost or stranded outdoors, but it can happen easier than you believe. And here to give us tips on how to be prepared just in case is survival expert and an avid outdoorsman. We welcome AM Northwest, Brian Brawdy. Hi, Brian.
Good to see you.
Nice to have you here, sir.
Well, good to see you.
Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate it. First, let's hit the point. Most people don't think it'll happen to them. They're just going on a day trip. They're just going for a short hike. They're just driving to the coast. It can't happen to me. But you say, yeah, it can.
You know, that's the number one thing that causes us to be hurt in the wilderness is we don't think it can happen to us. Right. Whether it's Wonder Woman or Superman, whatever the mentality is, we go out and think it'll never befall us. And then when it does, we're not prepared. We panic. And then we're in a bad way.
So you've got items we should have in our car?
Oh, Helen, absolutely. This one, I think, and I thought about you all when I first saw this just last week. I started using it. It's from a company called Spot. Believe it or not, it's a personal tracking system. If you hit the 911 button, it sends a signal out to the satellite and then down for folks to come to rescue you. But you've seen other ones like that before. What's interesting also is there's an OK button. If you're out, but you're just late coming back from fishing or biking or kayaking, you hit that OK button. It sends either a text message to your phone or an email to folks saying, I'm okay, don't call the police, don't come looking for me, and it will actually put your location up on Google Maps.
Oh,
You're
wow.
able to email to your husband, your wife, your mom, and dad saying, don't worry, I'm running a little behind, but I'll be okay.
This is a good way to keep track of the husband.
Yeah, every 2 hours, I'm okay.
I'm okay. But even think about little ones. If you send your little ones out and they needed something, that's not heavy at all, real small, compact. Big things come in little packages with that Spot.
And I want to be clear, no matter where you are, you can pick up a satellite.
You can pick up a satellite. A lot of times people go, I'll just pick up my cell phone. And I can't tell you the times, guys, I've gone to pick up my cell phone, probably here, back in here, and I don't have a signal. You don't want to use a cell phone.
What does something like this cost?
I got it for $120. I paid full retail, and it was worth every penny just because of everything it'll do.
And the other part of it, people have to know you have it.
You have to know you have it, but you log in. There's a particular code. You log it in, and everyone knows.
That's a great idea. Tell us about these little survival packs.
Well, we've been talking about first aid kits forever. I picked these for a company called Adventure Medical Kits because of their easy care system. What I'll show you is that in each pack, they came out with a little card. I'll show you that. So in that panic situation, instead of dumping a first aid kit out on the floor and go, what do I do? What do I do? With the Easy Care system, it walks you down step by step, whether it's CPR, bleeding. Here are medical instruments. This one for blisters or wound care. Each compartment has a card. It's like having a doctor there saying, slow down, take a deep breath, we'll get you through it.
Now, I love this. The name of this one is SOL, but it doesn't mean what we think it means. It actually stands for Survive Outdoors Longer.
It is. It's got everything we're going to need in a little waterproof case. You don't think, especially this morning, I spent the week in Denver working on some stories, including the snowmobilers that were lost. So when you think, I'm starting to lose my voice now from being in a place that was dry, the whistle is extremely important. In a search situation, you give that 3 quick blasts on the whistle. Folks can come to find you. I may not be able to holler, I'm over here, especially this morning, but I could hit the whistle. It has a signal mirror. It has matches, of course, the ubiquitous duct tape. Every survival expert knows you got to pack some duct tape. It'll do 1,000 things for you.
Other things, gloves, obviously, I think we understand. Stay warm, stay dry.
Stay warm, stay dry, which is why I brought them from Gore-Tex. I wear them in jackets, I wear them in gloves. 9 billion pores per square inch. Especially on a day like today, it blocks the rain, but the pores are large enough to let our perspiration escape. When you're out, hypothermia can grab you in a temperature like today. If I was outside today in the weather that we have right here, and I couldn't protect my body, I'd be hypothermic in about 30 minutes.
All right, good. I understood. Now here, water bottles. Is that
water? I brought this from KATU. This is a system called the Extreme XR bottle. Believe it or not, right here is a virostat cartridge. It knocks out Cryptosporidium, E. coli, Giardia, all the viruses that can be in water. I stick this in my questionable water supply, put this down.
So if you're near a creek or anything like that, you can do that and not worry.
Absolutely. And we remember that we need water so much more than we need food. We can last 3 days without water.
And
without food.
I'm sorry, 3 weeks without food. We don't want to go 3 days without water.
And what this does is as you suck on the straw, it runs the water through the filter system.
Right up through the filter system, knocks out all the bad guys.
This is when I was at your house the other night. You told me not to drink your water. If I'd had this, it would have been fine.
Well, you know what? That's a good point. Sometimes in an emergency situation, we get a boil order.
Yeah.
And you go, we can't boil the water. Now, I thought of you all this morning with Boss Man.
Yes.
Had you had these, not that you needed it today, but here's a little something that I found. Instead of flicking out those flares and heading outside and worry about getting burned or the noxious smell, you could have this one. Or this one I thought was pretty cool. It's a triangle. You hook it right on your window of the driver's side, because folks will ask me all the time, what happens if you slide off the road? Do you stay in your vehicle? Your vehicle is a block. It's a block from the wind, from the rain, from the snow, but most importantly, if you slid off, what if someone else slides off? So you decide to get out of your car, you think you're going to shovel, you think you're going to do all these other things. Well, now someone slides into you. It's like a lineman protecting a quarterback. If your vehicle slides off the road, if you can make the call, make it. If you can hit the spot, hit it. But stay in your vehicle.
And use this a signal up on the road where passing motors may see.
Yeah, this will hook right on your driver's side window. So you don't even have to get out. You roll down the window, hit it here.
On the drives in, just hold that out so people stick.
Yes, well, this you can give to Bossman just in case.
Just in case.
Not that he will ever need it, but just in case.
What do we have here?
This I brought a bivvy. You don't think about it. But even on a day like today, when you want to reflect the wind and the rain, this bivvy will reflect 90% of your body's heat.
I used to tan on these back in the day.
Yeah, not good. Probably not a good use for it nowadays. But I will tell you that it reflects 90% of your body's heat back in. And in outdoor survival, folks think it's about keeping the cold out when it's really about keeping the heat in.
We're just about out of time, but you've got a survival backpack. Always that seems to be the number one tool of most people. And then you have a shovel.
We just put a shovel. I would say that you could use this if you slid off the road, but you could also use it in other emergency situations. You just want to practice with it a little bit. You don't want a year with no upper body workout. Slide off the road and then go, oh, this would be a great idea, and then end up, being in a worse way because you weren't prepared for it.
All right, good. So this is stuff pack in the car, going for a hike. Take some of this with you. Be prepared.
Be prepared. Brian. When you panic, you perish. If you're prepared in advance, then you're not going to have to worry.
Absolutely.
Sorry about my voice.
Brian,
no, that's all right. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, good to see you again.
Well, folks, we have all this information too on our website at KATU.com, and thank you so much.